bring which subject for me? This geography plus economics. So this, and then bless you. And then you can follow only one notebook. Why one notebook? Because I am going to. Unless and until I do not complete geography, I will not jump into economics. So if you want to maintain a separate notebook, you maintain a separate notebook for your history and political science. That I will not interfere. So everyone have got a fair notebook today. Everyone, okay, pick up that notebook.
But sir, we haven't got the volumes.
You and just try to. Are you coming for any other lectures there?
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
All are
online.
online, is it?
But we'll collect it from our.
You communicate with your coordinator. They will confirm you. How do they get you?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
That's good. So Armay seems to be quite a communicative person, huh? Good. How about Avanti?
I'm socially awkward a little.
Awkward. What is that? Okay. I'll just run through all my students who are right in front of me. Okay, let's start from the girls. Well, stand up and tell your name, is it? Maida Kulkarni. And from which school, Maida? Kharkar. And how do you feel about our subject? Okay. Not soft corner for the subject, is it? Okay. Maida, yes. Balbharati. And how good? SST? Okay. And which is not favorite?
My name is Manvi.
APC. And?
MP.
Who's it?
It's another school. It is an Kharkar sector.
What's the full form of that?
There's no full form. It's
MPL.
MPDL.
Imperial. EMP. I've seen this. I mean, to that Bajaj. Here only, na Kharkar.
Sector
35. Very good. And SST? Good. Bad. Last year's. Only okay. Good. फिर भी. What are your friends there?
Sir, my name is Naman Kunchi.
Naman. It's okay. It's Naman and my last year good boy.
So from Redcliffe School.
That show Redcliffe, is it?
I like history. I don't like history and politics.
You don't like any particular reason for that? That's okay. Your own personal reason. Yes. इधर मुझे देख. You are studying in Radcliffe. Same. Class is same, is it? Different class. Okay.
I don't like
any part of life. Why, my dear?
Sir, it's when I open the book.
Stand still.
I think I am not in this part. That's why I close it.
But economics up till 10th is very simple.
No, sir.
Achha, I will see that in 10th you won't have the same. Yes, boy.
So my name is Shivam.
Shivam.
From Bharat School.
Okay.
I don't like SST.
The whole SST. Then how would I have a tough time with you? Maybe like teachers or the topics or general. You're giving me tough time. Okay, let us come to our onliners. Armaya, about you?
Yes, APJ School, Nerul. And sir, I'm interested in economics, but
economics.
Not history.
Okay.
So that is a bit.
So
I don't understand history.
Planning to move for economic specialization?
No, sir, I am interested in economics, but I am more like I like maths as well. So I am not sure.
That's good. Yes, Avanti.
My favorite subject is history and geography.
Geography. So you have selected both, huh? How about economics and political science there?
It's a bit dry as compared to the two.
Okay, so look, let me just introduce myself. I've been with UT for a good number of years. I've been teaching mainly SST only, but I feel it is your viewpoint. I always believe this subject should be a scoring subject for your math and science. Correct, Anna? If you don't like or you have a soft corner, I don't know. But then do not make the subject reduce your percentage. Correct? Eh? After 10th, majority of the people are not going to pursue at least this subject. Maybe agar commerce mein ja raha hai, you want to? Oh, that's
So
good.
because I want to become a merchant navy, so I.
That's wonderful. Like one person is there, you want to specialize in geography. That's good, that's good. Then you have to get a group called humanity. Neither commerce nor science, then you have to get into humanity. Ready? Good. I have some students of our own UD, 12 science students, but who have pursued entire economics. And she is an HR in TCS. TCS, suna? Tata Consultancy Services. One of the best company you will get. And she is at a very, very high post. मतलब ऐसा नहीं जो साइंस में कम पढ़ती थी, she was second or a third topper, 12 science actually. But then also there are, ठीक है. So how about this chapter in geography, resources and development? What my method of teaching generally, I will not only explain, but also make you to write. So I want a little bit of discipline with you. The discipline is related to completion of notes, one. Second, the next lecture only I will be asking questions. These guys know that. And you have to prepare and come. Whatever I am doing today. Correct, Anna? And then our kya hai, in between talks, no gappa gosti and all that stuff. I hope here उतना discipline का issue नहीं होगा. Unless and until these guys don't last year क्या क्या करते थे वैसा कुछ बोला तो ठीक है 9th standard था. But this year board exam का कुछ आपको rumors मिला? 2 board exam, 3 board exam. It's only for the next year you have 2. But this year, like last year pattern, exactly same size. अगर आपको कुछ WhatsApp community से बोलेगा, तो please don't believe it. All are rumors only, rumors. So before I start writing and explaining, look at this chapter. If every bench is having one volume, please pick up. If you guys don't have the volume, you can pick up your textbook. It's our volumes are fully based on the textbook only. Okay. Then look at this. How do I teach and how do this volume moves? It's exactly the same way. So every time you should get your textbook as well as volume. So if you look at this first page, they have given more like a flow chart. You understand what's a flow chart? The first thing that I'll be explaining is the meaning of the word resources. Second, I'll be explaining development. Under development, there are 3 subtopics. And there are various subtopics. So what I'm going to do, I will take capital A as resource, capital B as development, then C, D, E, F, G, H. Then the last one is I. And then if you want, then these are subtopics. Abhi A ka 1, A ka 2, A ka 3. Are you understanding? This is how we will be writing and we will be going ahead. And time and again, I'll ask you guys to make this year one of the best year for you because it's going to determine आप कहाँ कौन सा direction में घुसेगा, है ना? 90% are generally for science, is it? So you should have a very good percentage. So you can start writing, put the date, put the heading. I'm writing the same as we have in the volume. So today is 11th April, is it? So if the margin, if you are able to accommodate it, is okay. If not, draw maybe 2-inch margin. So you can write capital A, and then you write resources. Then इसमें कुछ subtopic नहीं है. Then I'll go into capital B. It is development of resources. I'm writing only capital R. You can write full. Then 1. Resource planning. 2. Again, resource planning, I'll write RP, but it is in India. Then 3, it is conservation of resources. We will do for the first lecture only this page. Only copy down this, let our margin be as it is. Then I'll pick your resources on the main part of the board. Yes. That behind AC is working. Just check. Is it working? Yes. Wait, I'll turn on the fan because this. So when you feel the explanation is good and a little bit of diversion, automatically you feel the subject is also interesting. So everyone have written? Complete it quickly. Now also the board does. Once done, everyone say yes, then I'll move ahead. Okay. So anybody who can help me by the word resource, what do you mean it? General. ऐसा नहीं कि textbook का ही बोलना है ना? Let us have a small time right. Daily needs resources है क्या? ठीक है.
Something which you can use for
Limited time.
Something which you can use for very good.
Useful things in the environment.
Useful things of your life. Okay, very good. Avanti,
Materials required for a particular for making things. Building.
That's okay. Wonderful. Feel free. Is Naman want to say something? ठीक है. देखो, normally we say resources like land is a resource, water, soil, and shall I say human? Human is a resource. Oh my God. Human is not a resource. मतलब आप resource नहीं है.
So रहना
है ना?
हाँ बहुत है. We have a department called HRD in our government. What is HRD? Any idea?
Human Resource Development.
Very good. In fact, abhi government of India ही नहीं. Every government says the most important resource a country must have is human. Like your parents say you are their future investment. Do you accept? Are you the investment of your dad and mom? Investment है आपको?
Yes.
Investment है. क्या यार आपका life में फिर color नहीं रहेगा. Always students' life is full of books, full of studies. Shall I say full of enjoyment? Full of enjoyment. Full of fun. Full of masti. Maybe you can say till 9th it was. And abhi 10th hai to you get all kinds of doses from your dad, mom. Dad, mom to fir bhi chalega. Relatives. 10th hai. Bolega haan मालूम है 10th hai. So I always feel resources are gifts. Who provide you the gifts? The nature. And a natural resource, which can make your life more comfortable when you use them, when you exploit them. Now this word exploit has become a little bit off fashion, है ना? तो मैं exploit नहीं बोलता. When I utilize the resources, it can make my life more comfortable, more convenient, है ना? More enjoyable. देखो enjoyment किसको नहीं चाहिए? Everyone needs. नहीं सर नहीं. Parents ने बोला है enjoyment 0. Are you? अभी I think today is not evening ना that IPL starts. 7 it starts. All the boys and even some girls I heard IPL. मैंने बोला वो क्या है? Entertainment है. Is this resources mainly for your entertainment? Then what? Can I say survival? And tell me which are the basic resources you must have. Food, water, बस. Air नहीं चाहिए. Air चाहिए ना? Then daily needs, clothes, shelter, education, health, housing, etc., etc. Then why is this topic is connected with the word resources and development? Is there a need to develop the resources? No. Is there a need to develop the resources? Onliners, feel free.
Yes, sir.
You can anytime jump into the discussion. Even Avanti, still that camera, I don't know. They up kaisa arrange kar. And now is it dropping? Is it mobile camera? Is it?
No, it's a laptop.
Then why? Acha, it is stooping bit. Avanti wants to add. Is it a must that all the resources important for your life?
It's important.
Important. Without which can we survive?
No.
We can survive. Pakka. Confirm.
Pak.
I believe that these resources are free gifts, but literally are they free? Not free. You are paying to anybody? You are paying to the nature. हाँ भाई मैंने ये water use कर लिया और कुछ use. We are not paying, but for using that resources, I need a technology. You understand technology? Technology, what does it will do? It will convert this raw form of the resource into a finished form. In one of the branches, I've started with first chapter of economics, development. They said, sir, production kya hai? Converting what into what? Raw material into finished product. Boy, ye kya gesture? Sit properly, sit straight. You told me that it is very not interesting, then I have to pay special attention to you. When I use the word production, sir, jo raw material hai na, I cannot use it directly. Then I have to convert what? Raw material into which product? Finished product. When it becomes finished, is it directly usable? Give me any example. Raw material hai, फिर उसको technology. You only give me any example. Any raw material. Mobile phone is a raw material. Clothes. Is it raw material? Raw
Cotton
material
is a raw
was
material.
cotton. Raw material is very good. Raw material is cotton. And what is the finished product? Clothes. What we call it as garments. Now we are wearing. Correct? Iron converted into a car, iron and steel. In every part of your life, these resources are always there. But depends on you and depends on me. How do I use this resource? Our parents provide you the best of the quality of education. It depends on you. How do you make use of that? Is it so? Your own friend might be a distinction. I बोलते नहीं मुझे उतना मेहनत नहीं करनी. ऐसा कुछ है क्या? No sir, I will compete with him or her. I'll get the best. So right from the day one, what is resources we have developed till day, the resource utilization is improved. So today we not only use the word resource utilization, utilization using it. But now in economics as well as geography, we have started using one more word. It is optimum utilization of the resources. Is both the words same? Resource utilization and optimum utilization. Or different?
Utilization means using, but optimum utilization means using it to the best possible way or in the best
Okay,
possible
what is that best possible way means? Very good. He seems to be answering. Huh? We say try to reduce the wastage. Can I avoid the wastage? No, but at least we can minimize the wastage. अभी wastage कैसे कम होगा? When my technology is the best. In India, we have a resource called ore. We call that as hematite. Anybody? What is this ore is used for? Here we generate iron. So here we generate iron. India with its sophisticated technology able to produce 60% of iron out of hematite, whereas US with its best technology is able to extract. Which one is optimum utilization? India is one or US?
US.
US one. They are reducing the wastage by how much percent? 20%, whereas India's 40% is going waste. And you say, sir, what big waste? I do not have any connection to. What is connection to? Let us jump to a topic which every teacher or every parent might give you a little bit of a bashing also. Utilization of the time. Are we doing to the best? अभी तो ठीक है, just अभी start हुआ है. But by the time the months move on, what will happen? Sir, tests in UT, tests in school, है ना? Prelims आ गया है, practicals देना है. What will happen? Then you feel, sir, exam fever, exam pressure. But is it so necessary that you guys are? ऐसा है? If you have used your time optimum, if you have used your time to the best, do you think that time utilization का कुछ pressure आएगा आपके ऊपर? And UT has formulated a wonderful, test module, regular and for test series students. Once you are attached to that module, they timely not only complete the portion, but also pull you with the writing part of it. By the time October or November, you are perfectly ready for your board exam. So what are we doing? Optimum utilization of time. Is this clear? Okay. Then the next topic that I have to explain is resource planning. But before I go into resource planning, please write the meaning of this word, resources. Just go ahead with the writing. You want to write, right? It's up to you. Good, huh? Refers to all the natural gifts. Resources refers to all the natural gifts available to the citizens. Natural gifts. All the natural gifts which are available to the citizens. Which are available to the citizens. And its utilization. I'll go slow. And its utilization make human life more comfortable. Human life more comfortable. One more sentence right just below. These are free gifts. These are free gifts. But for its efficient use, any word you want the spelling, please ask, huh? Don't feel shy. For its efficient use, these are free gifts, but for its efficient use, technology, manpower, power you say, na? Is it power? For its efficient use, technology, manpower are needed, which incurs. What is incurred? Undertakes, which incurs a huge capital investment. Which incurs, underline this word, huge capital investment. Can anybody explain me the second line? The first line, I think, that capital investment kya hai? Is it right? Everybody knows generation of electricity through water. What is that electricity known as?
Hydro electricity.
Through coal, burning of coal, thermal.
Thermal.
Is water free?
Yes.
Free, yeah? But then is electricity free? No. Why? Water is free, yeah? Utilize kar raha hai. Water is free, then why are we paying electricity bills? English, you understand.
They are utilizing the power from the hotels to the
Power from the water. You have, the process, very good. What is that process? Construction of a dam, installing a transformer, generation of electricity. Does it involve a huge cost? And don't you think the government will charge you? Are we the aim, Aam Aadmi Party? Free electricity, free sab kuch, abhi free mein jaake andar baitha hai. You know that, huh? So we always believe although water is free, but I need to invest what? A huge capital investment. We samajh mein aaya? So write the next, not B, is it? You write on the, already you have written this, then you write directly this here. You write resource planning, that I will give you. This is 2. B2. I'll write B here and 2. You can write only RPMs. Write on the meaning for that. Refers to proper, refers to proper or perfect strategy. A perfect strategy of using the available scarce resources. What does scarce means? Less. For a longer duration of time. For a longer duration of time. One more line. So, judicious and minimum wastage of what does R means? Resource is under. Now let us discuss this. What is this? This one, undertaking. Judicious and minimum wastage of R as a resource. So before you talk about resource planning, do we plan for our studies? Do we plan for our life? No. Do you plan for your birthday parties? Oh, that's good. How do you plan for your birthday parties? First you discuss with your parent. कितना friends आ रहा है? मम्मी बोलते घर में, no, we will go in a mall, maybe I don't know restaurant or whatever. And how many people are going to come? How much money dad is not going to give? And how to convince dad to get all that money? And then you have a goal of it. So don't you think for everything we need a planning? Everything we need a planning? Really? कुछ बताओ recently आप लोग ने studies related या कुछ planning किया है and that planning was successful and different. Yes. This is expected from you. I said constructive, not destructive. Any insight from girls? Like last year, if you give me all vague answers, na, this year you are going to, you're a matured boy now. Yes. After 10,
Planning of studies.
Planning of studies. At least after 10, which stream are going to? Parents ne abhi se bola rahega na? Which school you might jump into? Get the admission. How much is the quota? Sorry, not quota. Admission cutoff. And how are the teachers? How is the facility? इसके planning करते हैं कि नहीं करते? Yeah, definitely. So likewise, when I say that resources are generally what in nature, they are scarce in nature. Is it correct that resources are scarce? Scarce, right? Confirm. Because the population and the demand, and population and their demand, is it scarce or is it ever increasing? It is always ever increasing. Was there a need to fiddle with that? Oh wait. Was there a need to pull it that sunlight doesn't come? Leave it. So when I use the word demands of the populations are rising day by day, but what is not rising? The resources are constant. So what I need to do, I will just stop using the resources. Is it possible? For that only we are introducing what? Resource planning. So under resource planning, I have used two words. Where is that word? One is the word judicious. Any other synonym for judicious? Whatever, feel. Onliners, judicious ka any other word you got for me?
Sir, optimum.
Optimum. Avanti?
Using resources wisely.
Wisely. Oh my God. How wisely? Good. Carefully. Because don't you think these parents are one community? Sorry, I didn't say community. One good people. आप हर काम में बोलते हो बेटा careful. और आप क्या बोलते हैं? मुझे सब आता है. I don't know when you enter into your school chemistry lab. I think chemistry teacher might be showing you certain acids. है ना? Can you name which acids are very? H2SO4. And then HCl, hydrochloric acid. These acids you need to be very careful. If not, what will happen? You end up creating trouble for you and for the teacher and for the management. So what is that word careful? It is judicious. Then why we are going for this wastage as minimum? It has a direct connection. Resources are scarce. अभी आपके पास कोई commodity है जो बहुत surplus में है. Do you think you are going to छोड़ो ना सर एक गए तो बहुत है. Why are you crying for? But I have only two. But there are 10 people who wants that use two commodity. That a model happen. Planning. Division. Careful. Do not waste it. So that is what we are going to undertake under which planning? Resource planning. Okay. This I will be taking a little bit of a time. By the time being, I'll ask one of the person to read what is there in the volume. So we will go ahead. Resource planning. It is on page number 1. Okay. Guys, you can just listen. Okay. So who is you start. She's reading that paragraph definition of resource. Correct. This word I have to give it in you. It should be technologically accessible. What is technology? In technology hai economically feasible. What is economically feasible? Cheap रहना चाहिए. And the last word, socially acceptable. Can anybody tell me what is the socially acceptable? No. We have certain commodities like opium. You know what is opium? Drugs, narcotics. There are certain countries जिनका income ये narcotics बेच के ही मिलता है. Like we have a country called Afghanistan. 75% उनको drugs ही बेचना पड़ता है. Is it socially acceptable? But क्या करें उनके पास और कुछ है नहीं. Then we have this pirates. Which country is very popular?
Somalia.
Somalia. I think recently also they ventured into one of our Indian.
Yes, Indian Navy.
Within 3 hours of time, our Indian Marine commandos not only rescued, they give them a bleeding nose. Why is Somalia so popular for all this? Utterly poor country. If they cannot do some good, they will try to loot. You know what I mean looting? That is what they are. So socially acceptable, matlab, I do not open a narcotic shop and I'm selling drugs. Sorry, it is I'm not allowed in India. And then I'm saying, sir, मेरे पास बहुत पैसा है. But आपने पैसा कैसे कमाया? By selling the drugs. Is it socially acceptable? No. So that is what they are saying. Go ahead.
They don't have schools.
It's a research. Then meaning. It's okay.
Transformation of the
Alright.
It's a very much less.
It's okay. Yeah.
Nature take help of
Hmm.
this helps to accelerate nature, technology, and institution are
Okay. When I say the word nature, technology, and institution, all the three have a connection. Okay, America have a place called Silicon Valley. Everybody knows what is that valley? What is that valley?
Where all-
You say it, or मैं?
Where
It
all
is
the
normally for IT people.
IT people.
पता नहीं दुनिया के हर कंट्री से IT people उधर ही भागता है. America release करता है only 25% of the Silicon Valley is tapped for IT. मतलब और भी भंडार बाकी है. Can you imagine India ऐसा कभी बोलता है? Sir, only 25% is used. इधर 25% बचा भी नहीं. Population is double. There are no, what is that? Job opportunity. But application is lakhs. Vacancy is only 10. What will happen? Trouble, unemployment. So we always say nature, technology is always get connected. अगर आपके पास natural resources बहुत है, but the technology is not there. Is it the waste? Yes. And look at that last word. And institution. What is institution according to you? Government. Is the government supporting? Maybe. Or many. Okay? Go ahead.
resources are not needed. Resources are
These things I've already explained. Let us go with the boy only. Naman, start. Development of resource.
Resources development refers to not only exploitation, but also preservation and the reuse of resources.
Only underline the word preservation and reuse. And when I explain the word resources, is not only exploiting them, preserving them. How do you explain preserve? Do you preserve anything at your home for your brother, sister?
yes.
करता है? मतलब खुद नहीं खाता और दूसरे को खिलाता है. Is it preservation?
Yes.
I use it, but I keep a part to my next. I think in economics we have a word called sustainable development. सुना है? सुना है? What is it? What is it?
Using resources.
Compromising. Compromising whom?
Future.
Future generation. देखो मैं बोलता हूँ you use the resource, but keep a part to the which generation? The future. आप बोलते हैं सर फ्यूचर के लिए मैं क्यों रखूं? अगर आपका पहले वाला जनरेशन अगर ऐसा सोचा, do you think you will have something? Because we have a continent called Africa. Everybody knows? Poor continent, sir. But they are very, very rich. Huh? We thought people are poor and then very, very rich. Rich in what? Wildlife. The richest diamond deposit is found in Africa only, same Kimberley. The country poor क्यों है? Technology नहीं है. The government or institution support is not good. What does it mean? So you should have resource, you should have technology, and you should have with support as well.
So,
The institution or government support. Carry on.
Example, water has to be taken out of place to irrigate land.
Go on.
Resources are vital for human survival and development as well as for maintaining the quality of life.
Underline the word quality of life. I think you guys can explain me. Sir, we are leading a life which is rich. Is it rich? Rich. What does richness means? Not going to McDonald's or
Sir,
no, not at all. That is rich.
yes, sir.
That is you are having money, you are spending. नहीं है तो क्या करेगा?
No worry.
Careful with the words. You go to interior parts of India where there is no industry, no factory, their air is very pure. They do not have a water filter in their house, but the water they drink is 100 times better than water you and me drink. सर ऐसा तो नहीं है ना हमारा मतलब क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ में आई हैव अ एसयूवी एट माय होम यू नो व्हाट इज एन एसयूवी अभी तो ईवी है सर पापा ने अभी लास्ट मंथ ईवी लाया हम हर 2 दिन में होटल या रेस्टोरेंट में खाना खाते हैं तो स्विगी से आता है आई फील दीज आर शो ऑफ है ना बट द फूड दैट यू आर ईटिंग नॉर्मली इज टर्म्ड एज जंक फूड यू नो व्हाट इज जंक फूड बस उसी से सारा प्रॉब्लम स्टार्ट है but you see an average Maharashtrian who is deep inside Maharashtra one chapati or whatever he is having maybe an onion is it and one what is that green chili and that also after a hard day of farm work does he have experienced so many health problems like you and me why because the water he drinks the air he inhales is not polluted like what we are living in Mumbai. I mean, till last year, it was a small city called Delhi was the most polluted. But this year, even Mumbai index, PSI, pollution index was very high. When you breathe in, you are breathing what? A lot of carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur, and etc. etc. So the rich life means it's not only the money, it is not only the flat or not only I have AC or central, etc. etc. But are you enjoying a life free of any health issues? Chalo, read on.
Problems arising from great resource utilization. Resources being freely available have been used.
Underline that word indiscriminate use. I'm explaining each and every word. By the time everyone gets the volume, we'll move ahead. Are we using the resource judiciously? No. Then what are we using indiscriminately? मतलब जो resources है फटाफट technology, the resource which I can use it for next 10 years comes to an end within 2 years. Is it indiscriminate? Yes. I don't know if I give an example whether you understand. Earlier, a tree, a full-grown tree can be cut only using an axe. You know what is an axe, na? अभी क्या आ गया हमारे पास? Electric saw. You have to pull that, and that big chain or a blade can cut a big. ठीक है जो भी है. It's okay. That can cut a tree which took 25 years to grow. Hardly 25 minutes में वो tree को काट देता है. Do you think that again that tree will grow in 25 minutes? Technology on one side is useful, but on the other side it is indiscriminate. Okay, so everyone write the heading in your notebook. Need for resource planning. आप लोग ने resource planning need. Only you can write need. They'll ask you, why do you go for resource planning? I'll write RP only. You can also write, but in the exam you write full. RP is highly important. Mainly because of resource planning is highly important, mainly because of A, small a. Resources, you write capital R, are essential mainly for A, small a reason. Resources are essential for the very survival. Resources are important for the very survival of human life. B. It can be used for. It matlab resource. Second point, B. It can be used for sustainable development. it can be used for sustainable development. C. Third point, C. Resources are scarce in nature, with human wants, with unlimited human wants, with unlimited human wants, with unlimited human wants. Then the last point, D, unlimited human wants. A rapid use of technology. Rapid use of technology leads to indiscriminate exploitation of resources. Rapid use of technology leads to indiscriminate use of technology. Now check all this four and tell me which point you feel I should explain.
So we will repeat
Was it?
A.
A1, then A.
Repeat करो.
Repeat करना है, समझ उसको बता. Very good. You have written. Well, you read that first point. A.
It's also very important for survival.
Any of the points, even the onliners, Avanti and Armay, any points you want me to explain out of the four? All cool. So, write the next question. What is sustainable development? Or you can only write sustainable development. तो आंसर स्टार्ट करना एसडी के साथ अगर क्वेश्चन लिखा है अगर क्वेश्चन नहीं लिखा है then you write refers to है ना SD refers to any development SD refers to any development that takes place by meeting the needs of present generation, by meeting the needs of present generation, comma, how do you connect the sentence? Without sacrificing the needs of future generation. Without sacrificing the needs of future generation.
So the present generation.
Without sacrificing the needs of future generation. If we have already discussed on this, you want me to discuss more? Can you tell me any part in India where we are following the sustainable development? Use of coal, correct? Coal is a renewable or non-renewable?
Non-renewable.
Renewable.
Non-renewable.
Non-renewable. That's a good question. How about water?
Renewable.
Then why are we worried about save water?
Because available for drinking is less as compared to.
Very good. Aslan. How much percent? Out of the 97% of the water that we get there, hardly 0.97% is drinking water, not even 1%. And the rest is which water? Saline water. Can you and me? It's like you are sailing in a boat and your water storage has come to an end. What will happen? Can you drink that salt water? Sir, I am in between the water, but there is no water. There are certain future historic people who have said future wars can be fought even for water. Future जाने का जरूरत नहीं. अभी Kenya, Somalia, and many African countries, they do not have drinking water at all. जल्दी से कोई टैंकर आता है उनका एरिया में घुसने के लिए, एंड बहुत जल्दी उसको वाटर माफिया लेके चले जाता है. टैंकर को किडनैप कर ले. आप हंसेगा व्यवस्था, वाटर टैंकर को भी कोई किडनैप करता है? करता है. They do not have water to drink. Then I said the word coal. Somebody said renewable, somebody said non-renewable. It is renewable, but it will take 100 million years. Can we wait for so many? We always believe that nature has given you so much big gifts for which the nature is not asking anything from you. But what are we doing with that resource? Wasting it. जब तक हमारे ऊपर कुछ पेमेंट ना लगे या पेनल्टी नहीं लगे, आपको लगता है क्या? Even you take the teacher for a ride, अरे कुछ नहीं, अपना काम करता मैं अपना काम. But the teacher is very aggressive, punishing, है ना, shouting or pulling your ears or throwing you out of the class. बहुत खड़ूस है यार, कुछ करने नहीं देता. The day when the earth start finding you and me, don't you think we will save the earth? Yes. हम बोलता रहता save the earth, save the earth. Are we saving? हम क्या करेगा सर? हमको तो सुबह स्कूल जाके क्लास आने का ही टाइम नहीं है. Wherever you find, you can. अभी जैसे how many of you and me while celebrating a birthday have planted a tree outside my building because building तो पूरा concrete करा था, देखा ना? Sir, मेरा birthday में ना मैंने now I am 14 years sir. For last 10 years I am planting a tree and I ensure that tree grows. अभी 10 साल में आप लोग ने कितना tree grow कर लिया? 10 tree. What are we doing? Afforestation. The next time you celebrate your birthday, you can go with your friends. There is no problem at all. You select a nearby orphanage. You know what is an orphanage? गरीब बच्चे, हाँ, अनाथ आश्रम. यार अपना वो जो मैकडॉनल्ड का पार्टी, आई डोंट नो क्या नहीं करते हैं, आप जाके वो गरीब बच्चों के साथ मनाओ. तो फिर हमारा बच्चा इतना भी मैं गरीब नहीं, मैं क्यों करता हूँ? अरे एक बार जाके तो देखो. Whatever food eatables that you are giving to your friends, ना give it. उसका एक पार्ट इस गरीब बच्चों को देखो. Then you will never forget your birthday. वाह, क्या आइडिया है सर. आप ऐसा करता है? बोला हाँ बिल्कुल. तो आप ही करो. मेरे पास इतना टाइम नहीं. देखो, a small idea, a small thought can bring a big smile on the face of a person. I've seen, I don't know, when they cut the cake nowadays, they have the cake all over the face. तो हमारे इधर के कुछ स्टूडेंट्स लोग ने किया. मैंने पूछा ये क्या है सर? ये बर्थडे है सर. ऐसे सर वी बाय 2 cakes, one for this and one for this. उन्होंने बच्चा जो आप इसके लिए करता है ना, वो जाके इकोनॉमिक्स सीख रहा, तो कुछ ना कुछ आप बोलता है. One of my own student, he spends all his Deepavali vacation by selecting the poorest part of Maharashtra. He's a BCom student. अभी तो उसने डिग्री या मास्टर भी कर लिया. तो बोलते सर आपका बात सुन के मैं हर दीपावली अपने फ्रेंड्स का पैसे लेता हूँ और उनके लिए कपड़े, स्वीट्स, क्रैकर्स, एंड ही स्टेज देयर फॉर नेक्स्ट 2-3 days. मैंने बोला वाह बेटा, ये हार्डली 20 है ना, 18 या 20 करेगा. At this age he has got this understanding. Am I asking you to donate everything of your life? अपना लाइफ का एक दिन उस गरीब बच्चे को दो, then you will. So when I teach this word sustainability, if every person in India today decides, sir at least मैं greenery, environment के लिए मैं कुछ करूँगा, don't you think ये environmental problem आएगा? But are we interested in it? So simple बात है. Sustainability मतलब you are also living and make the future generation to live. I don't know how many of you know, today a newborn child, hardly 3 weeks, that child is suffering from the problem called asthma. What is asthma? उस बच्चे का कुछ गलती है, फिर क्यों सफर कर रहा है? हाँ, मदर जहाँ बेचारी रहती थी, full of pollution. शायद हम बोलते हैं हाँ सर उस बच्चे का तो कोई गलती नहीं है, but at least we should say. There are many institutions who make us teachers, where I am working, 1 month without payment. but I will be working with a charity, not in India definitely. हमारा 12 महीने का 1 महीने का सैलरी नहीं मिलता, and I'm working with cancer affected patients, small kids, 9-10 years old. तो बच्चे इतने ब्रिलियंट रहते हैं, अभी उनको मैं I don't know how to express that. In fact, last week I went to one of the trusts in my own area, Palm Beach. It's only girls trust. And we donated something, and one of my colleagues' brother wants to get married to a girl who is born and brought up in that. Born मतलब अनाथी है ना? तो उन्होंने बोला हाँ बिल्कुल करते हैं. One of the girl has moved to US for her further studies, and वो पूरा पैसा वो trust ही देता है. Girls from 5 years to 15 years. And not only Indians but also Australian cricketer have donated their full match fee. एक उड़ान करके एक एसोसिएशन है in Calcutta, started by सौरभ गंगुली. You have heard his name ना? ऑस्ट्रेलियन का 2 बड़ा क्रिकेटर उसके साथ अटैच था. बोलते इंडिया में जब भी आते हैं लोग टाइम ही नहीं देते हैं, और जितना भी वो फीस मैच का फीस रहता है पूरा वो सारा दस. What does it mean? We are doing it for the big generation future. चलो, it's a 5-minute break. I'll join you. Okay, guys. Next 5 minutes I'll come back and continue.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.